Hi everyone, this is Dr. Beth here and welcome to an episode of The More You Know. This month we're going to be focusing on endurance training, otherwise known as cardio. So what we're going to cover in today's video are common questions like how much cardio should I be doing? How hard should I be exercising? And what type is the best for me? So let's start with how much. So the recommendation is 300 minutes a week of moderate activity, or 150 minutes a week of vigorous activity. So what's the difference? The difference is how hard your heart and lungs are working. So how do we know how hard we're working? There's two different ways to figure out if it's moderate or vigorous intensity, and we'll talk about both. The first is looking at your target heart rate. This is pretty easy to calculate. You take 220 and you subtract your age. So I'm currently 44. I would do 220 minus 44, find that number. Now, if my goal is to be at a moderate level of intensity, I would look at 50 to 70% of that number. And as long as my heart rate stays in that range, I'm getting moderate level activity. If I want to challenge myself and do vigorous activity, that heart rate is going to be higher. I'm going to be looking at 70 to 85% of my maximal heart rate. So that one does require a little bit of math. So if math is not your strong suit, the easiest way to know how hard you're exercising is to do what we call the talk test. So with the talk test, when you are exercising at a moderate level activity, you no longer have the breath power to sing, but you would be able to speak and hold on a conversation. If you were exercising at a light intensity, you could still carry on a tune. Now, if we're looking at vigorous activity, you can no longer sing and you have difficulty holding on a conversation. You're limited to just a few words each breath because you're huffing and puffing and you're working so hard. So again, you're looking at either doing 300 minutes of moderate activity a week, so that's like an hour a day, 5 days a week, or you can shorten your time, but you have to get that heart rate up a little bit higher to achieve the benefits that you're looking for. So another question we get all the time is, what type of activity should I be doing to get my cardio? What is the best for aging adults? Is it biking? Is it walking? Is it jogging? Is it running? Is it swimming? Is it doing water exercises? Is it doing cardio classes like step aerobics? What is the best kind? And it's interesting because the research can't tell us what type is best. It really doesn't matter. What's more important is what you have access to. If you don't have access to a pool, then swimming's not going to be the good thing for you. If you don't have a bike, then that's not a good option for you either. If you don't have access to group exercise classes, that's not going to work. So it's really more important about finding what you have access to. And secondly, what do you enjoy doing? What are you going to stick with? What are you going to show up with and do every single day? So the research can't tell us that one type is necessarily better than another. It's really just getting those minutes in every week. We have found though that exercising in a group helps you actually get those minutes. So if you try to do it all on your own, you're less likely to succeed. If you exercise in a group setting, like coming to group exercise classes at HouseFit or anywhere else that you can find them, it is a great option to help you show up and stay accountable and get those minutes in. Even if you don't like a group setting, just finding an exercise buddy and having two of you as that group is more powerful than trying to do it all on your own. All right, so that we covered today is how much cardio should I do, how hard should I be doing it, and what type is best. Next week, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite things, exercise snacks. Thanks.